Welcome to Dark Demons, Chronicles of the Cursed Soul, a chilling journey into the shadows where ancient evils awaken and cursed destinies unfold. In this video, we dive deep into the haunting tale of a soul bound by darkness, tormented by forgotten sins, and hunted by demons born of vengeance. Brace yourself for forbidden rituals, sinister realms, and a battle between fate and fury. If you crave dark fantasy, intense lore, and spine-tingling revelations, you've come to the right place. Subscribe now and step into the abyss, because the Chronicles have only just begun. Let the darkness take hold. Dark Demons, Chronicles of the Cursed Soul, the curse born of shadows. In the heart of a world consumed by ancient darkness, where the veil between realms grows thin and fragile, one soul bears the weight of a demonic legacy. Dark Demons, Chronicles of the Cursed Soul unfolds a harrowing tale of corruption, redemption, and the eternal struggle between light and shadow. This is not merely a battle of good versus evil. It is the personal torment of one cursed soul, a once innocent life ensnared in a web of infernal prophecy. The story delves into forbidden magic, fractured bloodlines, and the horrific cost of power drawn from the abyss. Prologue: The night the sky bled. It began with a celestial omen. The skies tore open during the blood eclipse, a rare alignment when the twin moons of Veelrose turned crimson, spilling a rain of black ash upon the land. On that night, a child was born under the dying screams of ravens. The midwives trembled, for the baby had no reflection and bore an unnatural birthmark, the sigil of Zarkael, the demon god of betrayal and flame. That child was named Kaelin Vaelmir, heir to a cursed bloodline, a forgotten descendant of an ancient pact between mortal kings and Hell's firstborn. Part 1. The Rise of the Curse. Kaelin grew up in the village of Thornwick, a forgotten corner of the kingdom of Alrithis. From childhood, he suffered inexplicable nightmares and spontaneous blackouts, during which entire rooms would be scorched and livestock mutilated. The villagers branded him Demon's Pawn. His mother, Saris, a healer once revered, became a pariah for birthing what many called the Cursed Soul. When Kaelin turned 16, the curse awakened fully. In a fit of rage triggered by a near-fatal accident, he unleashed a wave of shadow fire that reduced half the village to cinders. Eyes aflame and voice distorted by layered tongues, Kaelin was finally consumed by the entity dormant inside him, a dormant shard of Zarkael himself. Saris, mortally wounded during the chaos, revealed to Kaelin the truth before her last breath. His soul had been marked at birth by the demonic codex, an ancient tome stolen by his great-grandfather, binding his bloodline to Zarkael's will. If the curse is not severed before Kaelin's 21st year, his soul would be wholly consumed, becoming the vessel through which the demon god could walk the earth again. Part 2. The Demon Within. Now exiled and hunted by holy inquisitors, Kaelin flees into the desolate wastes known as the Ashen Barrens, where the veil between worlds is weakest. There, he meets Neria, a blind seeress who speaks in riddles and weaves prophecy from echoes. She becomes his reluctant guide, claiming his fate is entangled in the Chronicles of the Cursed Soul, an ancient narrative etched into fate itself, whispered through time by the damned. Neria leads Kaelin to the ruins of Vale Theron, a demon-forged city buried beneath molten stone, where Kaelin begins to confront the entity inside him. The demon, a fractured essence of Zarkael named Vorthin, reveals that Kaelin's curse is not merely a punishment, but a key. Each cursed soul throughout history has been a piece of a grand ritual, a puzzle. When all the cursed are awakened, the final host will become the Gateborn, a living portal that allows the Abyssal Legion to return to the mortal realm. Kaelin is the final piece. Part 3. Tainted Allies. Haunted by what he may become, Kaelin's journey shifts from survival to defiance. He seeks allies who might help sever the bond with Vorthin before it is too late. In his quest, he crosses paths with Talon Gravesbane, a former demon hunter turned outcast whose family was destroyed by one of the cursed. His hatred runs deep, but he sees in Kaelin not a monster, but a potential weapon against the greater evil. Eris Valen, a rogue blood witch born of shadow magic, tied to the cursed bloodline through a forgotten pact. She's both dangerous and essential, for she carries one of the 6 severing sigils, ancient symbols that can disrupt infernal contracts. Brother Marius, a disgraced priest who uncovered forbidden texts in the catacombs of the Holy Citadel. He believes the Church has long known about the cursed soul prophecy, but concealed it to prevent a war they cannot win. Together, they form a fragile alliance. Trust is scarce, and betrayal lurks in every shadow. But they are united by one truth. Kalen must either be saved or destroyed. Part 4. The Descent into Damnation. Their journey takes them to the Cradle of Shadows, a chasm said to be the mouth of the abyss itself. There, beneath the world, lies the Chamber of Echoes, where the souls of past cursed hosts still whisper, trapped in eternal torment. Kalen endures a brutal ritual of soul-splitting, designed to isolate Vorthin's essence and extract it. But the ritual fails. Instead, Kalen is shown visions of his past lives, memories of previous cursed hosts, each of whom succumbed and became monstrous horrors. He learns that redemption is not just rare, it is unprecedented. No cursed soul has ever resisted the transformation. Vorthin, seeing Kalen's resolve, offers a sinister choice. Embrace the curse and ascend as the Gateborn with full control, or continue resisting and eventually lose his soul to madness. Kalen refuses, but each refusal comes with a cost. His body weakens, and the line between man and monster blurs. Part 5. The Demon King returns. Word spreads of Kalen's survival and growing power. The Church declares him the herald of the end, and the world prepares for war. Dark cults and rogue mages flock to him, believing his ascension will bring paradise for demonkind. Kalen becomes the symbol of an apocalypse he desperately seeks to prevent. Meanwhile, the sealed tomb of Zarkael begins to tremble. The final stage of the prophecy is nearing. To stop the ritual from completing, Kalen and his allies launch a suicidal mission into the Sanctum of Hollow Flame, the heart of the demon realm, where the last severing sigil is guarded by the Demon King's archons, Vorthin's ancient siblings, each ruling a plane of torment. In an epic confrontation, Kalen unleashes a forbidden technique learned from the Chamber of Echoes, soul-binding reversal, sacrificing parts of his humanity to sever the link permanently. It works, but only partially. The sigil fractures, and Vorthin is weakened, not banished. Then comes the final betrayal. Eris, secretly under Vorthin's influence all along, completes the Gateborn ritual, forcing Kalen to become the vessel. But rather than surrender, Kalen makes the ultimate gamble. He dives willingly into the abyssal core of the sanctum, dragging Vorthin and the nearly awakened Zarkael with him. Epilogue: The Cost of Salvation. The world survives, but at a great cost. The rift between realms is sealed, and the demon armies are banished once more. Kalen is gone, presumed dead or trapped in the abyss. The Chronicles of the Cursed Soul end with his name burned into both legend and fear. But Neria, in her final vision, warns that Kalen's soul still lingers, not corrupted, but transformed. A new force now watches the veil, not demon, not mortal, but something else. A guardian forged in pain, baptized in flame, and forever cursed to stand between the worlds. Themes and symbolism. 1. The duality of man and monster. Kalen's internal battle with Vorthin represents the eternal conflict between one's nature and one's choices. He is constantly tempted by the power that would make him invincible, but at the cost of his humanity. 2. Bloodline and legacy. The story explores how the sins of ancestors haunt their descendants. Kalen is marked not for his own actions, but for the greed and ambition of those who came before him. 3. Free will versus destiny. While fate outlines Kalen's path, his choices redefine its outcome. The Chronicles were thought to be immutable, yet he proves that even cursed fates can be reshaped. 4. Betrayal and trust. Every ally bears hidden motives, and trust is a dangerous gamble. Eris's betrayal is a cruel reminder that corruption can lie closest to the heart. 5. Redemption through sacrifice. True redemption is never easy. Kalen doesn't earn peace, he earns burden. His victory is not freedom but eternal vigilance, showing that heroism often demands unbearable costs. A soul worth remembering. Dark Demons. Chronicles of the Cursed Soul is a saga woven with fire and shadow, an exploration of identity, fate, and the inner demons we all carry. Kalen Valamir's journey is not about becoming a hero, but about refusing to become a monster, even when all signs point toward damnation. In the end, Kalen proves that even the most cursed soul can defy prophecy, and in that defiance, become legend. Thank you for joining us on this descent into the shadows with dark demons. Chronicles of the Cursed Soul. The cursed path has only begun, and darker secrets still lie ahead. If this tale of torment, ancient evil, and forbidden power gripped your soul, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unholy revelations. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What would you do if the darkness chose you? Until next time, stay vigilant, stay haunted, and remember, some souls are never meant to be saved. The curse lives on, and so do the demons. See you in the next chapter.